Our story moves to 2008, and after years of demolition and landscaping, the former steelworks site is being prepared for an ambitious multi-million-pound redevelopment scheme. It is intended that the development will include a brand new community hospital funded by the Welsh Assembly Government and costing nearly £54 million. The hospital will be named after Aneurin Bevan, the creator of the National Health Service. Other new developments will feature a learning campus and school with state-of-the-art sports facilities, together with residential and business opportunities. The new site will also play host as Blaenau Gwent stages the National Eisteddfod in 2010 after an absence of over half a century. Transport to the site is a major consideration, as a new railway station is to be constructed behind the general offices. It is hoped that this magnificent building, subject of a massive facelift, will house a new heritage museum of national stature. The steelworks have gone, and with it, our railway. Thousands of skilled workers need employment, but the need to commute is ignored, and our railway lies idle and still forgotten for yet another 5 years. Much-loved local politician Peter Law, himself a railway enthusiast, led the local campaign to restore the railway link to Cardiff. His efforts were endorsed by the local authority and the Welsh Assembly, but due to technical complications and financial restraints, it was to be a further 4 years before Peter's dream became a reality. Sadly, Peter did not live to see the realization of his dream, but his efforts were permanently perpetuated with a memorial on the site of the new station as a mark of affection from a grateful community. Finally, on February the 6th, 2008, the great day arrived, and the passenger service returned to the Ebbw Vale after an absence of 46 years. From Ebbw Vale low level in 1962, seen here, we move to Ebbw Vale Parkway in the year 2008, to make the return journey to Aberbeeg 46 years on. Our train is in the station. The guard enters the sprinter train and the driver is ready for the off. Well, that's it. The forgotten railway is up and running again. I will leave you now to relive the return journey to Ebbw Vale in peace. Sit back, relax, and enjoy it. Going under and another one.
Really good shot, didn't I?
When chairman of Gwent County Council, Councillor Harry Herbert, and the mayor of Blaenau Gwent, Councillor Des Davis, were asked to launch the construction of the borough's main exhibit in the forthcoming Garden Festival, little did they realise that the Tree of Time would be visited by more people than any other single event in the last and most successful garden festival ever. So why not come with me and join Sian Jenkins and the crowds of holidaymakers as they witness this unique event captured in this exclusive presentation.
Welcome, willkommen, bienvenue. Even if you're not from this area, or even this country, we're sure you'll feel at home. Countless people have moved into Gwent over the centuries, and Blaenau Gwent saw a huge influx when the area played a key role in the development of industry in Britain. They came from Somerset and the potteries, from Carnarvon and Carmarthen, from Dublin and Donegal. But newcomers aren't strangers for long in this area. Here people put down roots and families flourish, nurtured in the community.
Hello? Who are you? Friendly faces. Hi, my name's Sian, and you're very welcome. Don't tell my mum, should you meet her. This place is my secret Shangri-La. Trees are green, trees are cool, these trees are best, they're beautiful. They're my friends, strong silent type. That's the truth, that's no hype. Trees are green, trees are cool, these trees are best, they're beautiful.
Hey, you watch what you're doing with those trainers.
Who said that?
I did. You are stepping on my corns.
Eh?
My acorns.
Oh, who are you?
My name is Derwin, okay? Oak, eh? Time traveler extraordinaire at your service. What's your name then?
Sian. I didn't know trees could talk.
Well, not bad, is it? But there's more.
What's with this time-travelling lark, then?
Well, Sian, let me tell you a story. We've been around a long, long time, you see. My ancestors and I.
You sound like an old man.
Eh, less of the old, but you are, you mean. Sian, do you know how to tell the age of a tree?
Of course I do. I could cut you down and count the earrings.
Count my earrings?
No, your earrings, silly. But don't worry, I haven't got an axe.
Thank goodness for that. But you have heard of X-rays, I suppose?
Yeah.
X-rays allow us to see through and into things. But me, old Derwin, I can see further than that. Indeed, into the past and into the future. I can travel through time and I can take you with me. Would you like to come with me, Shanva?
Well, yes, I would. I would.
During the Ice Age, much of the water available was taken up by the glaciers which covered most of Wales. So the Severn really was a broad glacial valley. Hunters moved in to follow their prey. Mammoths, bison, cave lions, and woolly rhinoceros. Fancy a mammoth burger, Shan?
Yeah.
A little later, and these people had come to live in the area.
Who's that?
They're the Silurians, Shan. Your ancestors. Oh, clever people mind the Celts. Responsible for inventing soap, wheeled chariots, and reaping machines.
Did they talk?
Not half as much as you. Yes, Shan. They spoke a language called Brythonic, the ancestor of the Welsh language. They were very hospitable, too.
You mean they'd always offer you a cup of tea?
Well, something like that. But they were also very brave warriors when they needed to be. I tell you, they put up quite a fight when the Romans came. Took them 35 years to set themselves up in Silurian territory. They had a fortress made from the timber of my ancestors in Usk, which they called Burium. The buildings at Caerllion and Caerwent, too, were made of wood in the beginning. Oh, there's the palisade.
Palace?
You'd call it a fence, I suppose. There are the gateways, and there's the amphitheatre.
Big place?
Well, if you think that's an impressive building, how about this?
Who built that?
Here's a clue.
Pum 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 pum.
Is that the French national anthem?
Correct!
Well, it was the Normans who built it, actually. This is Chepstow Castle, built in 1067, making it the oldest stone building that's not a church, still standing in Wales. A lot of the Normans married Welsh women, too. So there's a good chance that you've a bit of French blood in you.
Well, I can dance the can-can.
That's not quite what I meant. But the Marcher lordships were a law unto themselves. Forest law was administered, which gave the Welsh the right to collect firewood and timber for fences and buildings, which was called houseboat.
They lived on the river?
No, son. But some people did travel quite a lot. There was a man called Giraldus Cambrensis.
What a name.
Yes. Well, Gerald, as he was sometimes called, travelled all around Wales at this time, campaigning for men to join the crusades. And he became quite an expert on the people.
What were they like then?
Very brave and ferocious. We didn't even feel the cord. And they also sang in 4-part harmony. Something like the choirs of today.
My teacher says that Wales is the land of song.
Well, a lot of us certainly can sing. Do you have any hobbies, Shan?
Of course. Skateboarding, swimming, tennis, Meccano.
Meccano? Well, that used to be a boy's pastime in my day. The old people's hobby was genealogy.
Gene who?
Genealogy. I don't know. What do they teach you in school these days? Tracing your roots and ancestors in human cases. Do you know the history of your family, Shan?
Well, not a lot of it.
Well, according to Gerald of Wales, in Norman times, even the common people knew their family tree by heart.
Are you my family tree?
Well, I could be. Let's go and meet your ancestors.
Wow. Travel through time, you mean?
Yes. Off you go. See you a few years back.
Okay. Oh, what a stink.
Yes, it's not very pleasant, is it? It was a bit smelly in 1816. We're in Nantaglo.
Hey, my auntie lives here.
Not at the moment, she doesn't. But some of your ancestors do.
Wow, you weren't kidding about the time travelling then. But what is that smell?
It has to do with the lack of proper drains and the industry here. And the fact that there are only 5 toilets or privies.
In the whole of Nantaglo? You've got 2 in our house.
But I bet there aren't hundreds of people living in your house.
No. 4.
What are you laughing at?
Nothing. And who's asking anyway?
I'm Moses Jenkins, and I lives here.
Hey, my name's Jenkins. Sean Jenkins.
See, Sean, he is one of your ancestors.
I guess that.
What?
Oh, I wasn't talking to you then. I was talking to the tree. Is that where you live?
Yes, this is our house here.
Where's your school then?
School? Oh, I doesn't go to school. I'm a pull-up boy. I works in Crochet Bailey's forges, raising the boiling furnace door.
Who's Crochet Bailey?
He's the owner of the biggest ironworks in the world.
Crochet Bailey's my family's master. We all works for him.
Who's we?
Well, is my brother Thomas. He works as a gagger for 2 shillings and 4pence a day.
2 shillings?
Old money, Sean. Works out at about 1p an hour. Not much, is it?
Is that your dad? What's he do? And why's he got a tea towel on his head?
No, that's his peddler's cap. He stirs the glowing iron in the furnace with a long pole. And when it's so hot it's white and red, he takes out a lump the size of a loaf, and a boy takes it to the rollers to be rolled into a flat blue bar.
Is that your mum?
No, she's my sister, Mary. She's a piler. She stacks the ironstone in a heap like a wall, and she looks after us too. You know, cooking and cleaning. My mum's dead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't be. She got the fever and... Well, one day she stopped breathing, that's all.
Your house ain't very big, is it?
It's not our house. It belongs to Crochet Bailey, doesn't it? You could get 3 of these in one room of his Nanty Glow house.
Don't seem very fair, that.
None of this is fair, Sean. Especially the truck.
What's a truck?
It's the way we're forced to buy our food from Crochet Bailey. And it costs a lot.
My mum says food's dear in our time too.
Ah, but we got no choice, see? Because he's our master. He pays us with one hand and he takes the money back with the other.
Why don't people complain then?
Well, I tell you, people have started to get a bit fed up. I've heard tell of riots over in Triga, and people are starting to go on strike.
What's the boss think of that?
Tell the truth, Sean, I think he's afraid. He's building some towers to protect himself and his family in case the people decides to attack him.
Crochet Bailey did build the round towers, and he needed them too. But that was just the beginning. People fought hard to rid the land of those inhuman conditions. And over the next few years, there would be events all over Britain which would change people's living and working conditions once and for all. And the people of this area were instrumental in bringing these changes about.
1832. Truck system illegal. Thank goodness for that.
Right.
People's Charter published. What does that mean?
It's May 1838, and the publication of the People's Charter, calling for the right to vote for all men, the abolition of the need to have property to stand for Parliament, and payment for MPs and for voting by ballot. A movement towards basic human rights in Britain, which was spurred on by the people of this area.
Where am I? Excuse me? Help!
Don't worry, Sean. You're at a gathering of the people preparing to march on Newport to demand what they believe are their rights. They've put their demands in a charter.
So, these are the Chartists?
Yes, and if you will shut up for just 2 minutes, we may be able to hear what Zephaniah Williams has to say.
That's a funny name.
I know you.
Are you Moses? Hey, you've grown. Where are we?
We're on the mountain above Ebbw Vale. Zephaniah Williams has called us workers from Nantoglo, Brimawr and Blaenau, and we're marching on Newport. We're meeting the other Chartists, led by a man called John Frost.
Come on, down to Riska, then on!
Universal male suffrage! Vote by ballot!
Everybody should have the right to vote! Vote by ballot! No property qualification!
Payment for members of Parliament!
What happened then?
The authorities were waiting for the marchers as they converged on Newport. Thomas Phillips, the mayor, had summoned many special constables, and they took over the Westgate Hotel. It was there that they were to be confronted by the Chartists. Shots were fired, and the ensuing battle raged for 25 minutes. About 22 Chartists were killed, and over 50 injured. And then they withdrew.
And was that the end of that?
No. The leaders, having been condemned to death, eventually had their sentences commuted and were deported to Van Diemen's Land, or Tasmania, as we call it now. But most of the Chartist demands and more were granted in the fullness of time. Speaking of which, it's time you and I moved on.
Pitt refuses to give up its dead.
I fell over the body of a dead horse and lost my light. There was quite a crowd of us. Some were on fire, burning and shouting out. Some dead and others dying. We came upon a man on his hands and knees, dying. But we struggled on, staggering like drunken men, our caps pressed against our mouths so as we wouldn't be choked by the afterdamp.
131 women widowed. 360 children lost a father and or brother in one of the grimmest mining disasters ever at the Prince of Wales colliery Abercar.
That's awful.
During the 20th century, Sean, conditions were a little better. But mining's a hard industry, and people were brave and supported each other, and could even laugh and joke when life was very grim.
It's hot today.
Just the weather for a day out, eh, Sean?
Yeah, I love days out.
How about a day out on a lake?
Brill. Hey, I recognise that. There's my mum and Callie.
You enjoyed yourselves that day, didn't you?
It was last summer when Callie came to stay. That was great fun.
It would be good if Kelly lived here, wouldn't it?
Oh, well, there's no chance of that.
Isn't there? Take a look at this.
There's Kelly's mum and dad. They're at that new factory. What are they doing there?
How would you like it if Kelly and her parents really did live here?
Brill! Are you serious?
Take a look at this.
Hey?
This is Kelly's new home. And here she is, Kelly herself and her parents.
Where? When?
This summer, Sean. Yes, and before you ask, you may have a sneak preview of what you're going to do together.
Well, I expect my mum will take us to a few places, but they're usually educational expeditions, you know.
But educational doesn't mean interesting, does it?
Suppose not. Let's go.
First stop, Raglan Castle.
There are more castles in Gwent than any other county.
Very good, son.
Where next?
How about this? A picnic in the Ebbw Vale.
Fantastic! Wow, where's this?
How about some 10-pin bowling?
Wicked!
You could be a dab hand at fishing.
I'd like to go to Tredegar House.
Funny you should say that.
That's the ironworks at Clydach.
Where next?
I don't know. Where is this?
We are experiencing what it was like to be down one of the many mines that used to be worked in Gwent.
I'm glad this is only a visit. I wouldn't have liked to work down here like children used to.
But you do know someone who did work down Big Pit, don't you?
Yeah, my grampy worked here for years, and it was hard. He used to say it was a man's job. My mum says there's no such thing as man's work and women's work these days. She says that things have changed. The work's not dirty grafting like Grampy used to do. It's clean. High-tech, see?
Yes.
Yes. And it's very important to be happy where you work too. You work better that way.
I see.
It's true too. Ever since I put those posters of new kids on my bedroom wall, I work a lot harder on my homework.
And the Meccano?
Well, yeah, because I'm going to be a civil engineer like my dad. He's building the second Severn Bridge at the moment.
All on his own? With Meccano? Clever fellow, your dad.
Don't be daft. The Meccano's mine. I wonder what the bridge will be like.
Well, look.
How? Oh, I get it. If you can travel to next summer, you can travel to 3 years from now.
You're learning fast, my girl. But time travel doesn't end there.
Oh? Where are we going next?
You'll just have to wait and see. Okay, on we go.
This is amazing. Where are we?
We are en route. I thought I'd give you a choice about our destination.
Oh,
Now, tell me, Shan, what's the worst kind of future you can imagine?
oh, that's easy. Because unless we're careful, the world will be a horrible, dirty, dangerous place. The whole of the world will be like one big rubbish tip, and it'll stink. A bit like it used to in the world you took me back to at the beginning. People will have to carry gas masks all the time because the air will be so polluted that we won't be able to breathe properly. Oh, it's scary, isn't it?
It is. And I tell you, there's not much hope for the likes of me in a place like that. The smoke gets in my eyes.
It's a nightmare. But it won't be like that. Will it?
Well, Shanbach, there's only one way to find out. I said that you could choose. Sean Jenkins, name you a year.
Oh, 2026.
2026. Here we come.
Who's that?
Don't you recognize yourself, Sean?
Me? But, and who's the other? It's Kelly. Don't we look old?
Hi, Kel. You okay for this afternoon?
Yes. A game of golf will soon blow away the cobwebs. Where should we go?
How about Manticore? They finished remodeling the Rising Sun last week.
For the pub?
No, the 13th hole.
Oh, meet you on the techno rail at 2. Moustache.
See you later.
Bye.
I don't believe this.
Well, that's Jamie. And here's Xianlong. And as you can see, they take after you in many ways.
You mean they're quiet and obedient?
I mean, they like playing with Meccano-san.
I wonder what they're building.
Why don't we ask them?
What are you two up to?
We're making a model of comb glass.
You wait till you see it.
Is that where we'll live?
Oh yes, a new town, free from pollution and litter. And you will be able to travel anywhere you like on the Technorail. Whether it's to go to play golf or to meet things to do with your work.
But what will I be? Apart from being Jamie and Rhiannon's mother.
Watch this space.
The Prince of Wales opened the new Welsh Centre for Culture in Ebbw Vale today. The centre is the first of its kind in Europe, serving the community both nationally and locally.
And on this blustery day, the Prince said that he had been following this project with great interest. He went on to say that he was very proud that Wales, and the Ebbw Vale area in particular, had shown the rest of the world that land can be developed sympathetically, resulting in creative schemes which contribute to the cultural, practical and physical needs of the local community. The Prince predicted that the centre would host some of the world's greatest art performances and would also provide a place where people could find help, education skills and employment. He explained that all of the centre's activities are connected by satellite computer links with sources of information all over the world.
The Prince said that the centre was a tribute to the skill of all who contributed to the project, and that he knew that everyone in Britain would be proud of it. The Welsh Centre of Culture is the brainchild of Ebbw Vale-born Sian Jenkins, architect and civil engineer, who also masterminded the completion of this enormous project.
Wow! There's just one more thing I'd like to know. Who'll be my husband? I'm not going to marry that spotty old Jimmy from the upper school, am I?
Well, Sian, that's going to be a surprise. You'll have to wait and see. Wouldn't do to know everything now, would it?
Tell you one thing, though. I'm looking forward to the future.
So am I. And we'll be around for a good few years yet. And I reckon the best is yet to come.